In this video, I'm going to demonstrate you how to install and use Hero Wars Tournament of Elements Assistant application. Many of you already heard about it. For those who don't, I will quickly explain its purpose. When players are competing for top places of tournament, there is almost no place for mistake. At this level, amount of points you gather in defense matches became a very important factor. One decision, which defense formation to use, applies to every opponent on stage of tournament, and often it leads to losing a lot of valuable tournament points. My application helps to make better decision and therefore minimize the amount of points you may lose at every stage of tournament. One important notice, forecast provided by application applies to maximal strength of defending team. If your titans are not maxed, it may be much less accurate. I advise to upgrade your titans and totems to maximal possible values if you want to utilize full potential of assistant and compete for top places of tournament. Okay, so how to install Tournament Assistant? To do that, you should open in Chrome browser the link which will be attached to the description of this video. When you do that, you will see the page of my application in Chrome Web Store. Simply click on Add to Chrome button and then Add Extension button in pop-up. That's it, you have installed the application to your Chrome browser. To open it, click on puzzle tile icon in the right side of address bar. There you will see a list of extensions. Let's pin Tournament Assistant extension so that it will be always visible. Now to open Assistant, simply click on its icon, which now also located in the right side of address bar. So far, application has no data to display. Let's open Hero Wars and proceed to Tournament. If at this stage you already opened Hero Wars in a certain tab, I suggest you to reload your page so that Assistant properly attaches to your game. I'm opening the game and proceeding to Tournament of Elements page. Okay, now I'm standing on stage 1 of tournament. Let's open Assistant. You may see table with forecasts. In header row of this table, there displayed your opponents. You may wonder why only 2 opponents displayed in a table while we have 5 of them in the stage of the tournament. The thing is that Assistant ignores opponents which has total power less than 600,000, as such opponents can be beaten by any defense formation. I'm reminding that I assume that your Titans has maximal power. Before we proceed deeper in details of how to read this table, let's do one additional step and make subscription. At the moment of recording this video, subscription is just a formal procedure. It's completely free and do not require to enter any credit card data at all. This period won't last long, so it is a good chance for you to test Assistant now. Let's click on subscribe button. In this form, you may see what subscription offers to users. Detailed stats of Titans and main totem for opponents with total power above a certain level. Forecasts for all supported defense formations. Smart mode of forecasting, which considers detailed stats of your opponents, and more exclusive features to be added soon. Like I said, at the moment of recording of this video, you don't really need to purchase subscription. Once you authorize an application, it will automatically grant you subscription. Okay, right now I will authorize myself an application. One moment, please. Okay, I passed authorization. Let's get back to table with forecasts. For each opponent displayed in a header row, you may see titans which are about to attack your defense team. If you hover your mouse over a certain color ellipse, pop-up with detailed information about titan will appear. Angus, Raji, Eden, and so on. Below titans, they presented information about main totem of opponent's team, how much stars and what level it has. Obviously, most dangerous are opponents which has 6-star totems of 120th level. And in the bottom part of header row, they presented total opponent's power like it is displayed in game itself. In header column of this table, you may see possible defense formations which are supported by assistant. Set of supported defense formations are constantly increasing. More formations will be added to assistant in future. If you are not familiar with the codes identifying certain defense formation, hover your mouse over the code to see what titans are included in such formation. Like this. In cells of this table, you may see forecast. How much points in average you're about to lose if you use certain defense formation versus a certain opponent. Because you have to use only one defense formation versus all opponents at stage of tournament, you will want to minimize total lost points value, which is calculated for each defense formation, and pick the lowest one. That is why all rows in this table are sorted in ascending order of total lost points value. You may wonder why we see only zeros in this table right now. Well, this happens because at stage 1 of tournament, we rarely lose points in defense. More informative data will appear on next stages of tournament. Below table, you may see checkbox labeled Smart Mode. This is a special feature available for subscribers of application only. By default, Smart Mode is turned off, and in this mode, values displayed in cells of a table represents forecasts of matches of maximal titans and totems, both from attacker and defender side. Let's see what happens if I turn Smart Mode off. In this case, only formation of attacker titans considered when providing forecast. When Smart Mode is on, special algorithm is applied, which considers opponent's total power, strength of his totem, and adjusts forecast accordingly. In general, such forecasts appears to be much more precise. Okay, so let's quickly pass stages of tournament to see how it works in reality. In stage 1, there is no real difference which defense formation to use. Let's select for Earth and Fire. And make the raid. And also I prefer to use for Fire and Hyperion as attacker side. Okay, I'm clicking raid. No points lost so far. Stage 2. At this stage we have more opponents of considerable defense formation, and what is interesting, one of the opponents has no 3 titans of certain element, and therefore no totem applied for such team at all. At this stage, also, there is no real difference which defense team to use. Let's continue using for Earth and Fire and proceed. Okay, 0 points lost there as well. Proceeding to stage 3. Well, at this stage, we see some informative data. As opponents, the strength became stronger and stronger. We have 2 Titan opponents with a 6-star totem. Others has less strength. Well, it is advised to use formation which is called 3BF with Ignis. Let me double check whether I want to use any other formation. Well, now I will stick to what assistant suggests and use 3 boss fire and ignis. Moloch, Raji, Eden, Hyperion, and Ignis. Let's check Moloch, Raji, Eden, Hyperion, Ignis. Okay, double check what suggests to use assistant. Moloch, Raji, Eden, Hyperion, and Ignis. Okay, let's make a raid. Okay, no points lost at this stage, which is good. We are proceeding to stage 4. At this stage, we have a lot of considerable, formidable opponents. The most strong one is 4 stars totem with almost 800,000 power opponent. Assistant recommends to use 3BS formation. I will agree with him and select this one. So this team is Silva and Almonds. Let's double check. 3BS, 3BES. Angus, Araji, Eden, Hyperion, and Silva. Angus, Araji, Eden, Hyperion, and Silva. Okay, that's correct. Let's click on raid button. Okay, 7 points lost versus opponent of 636 point, which surprisingly forecasted to be not to lose any points at all. It's interesting to save this match for further investigation. I will check this in future and perhaps adjust my forecasts in smart mode. For now, let's proceed to stage 5. At stage 5, it is advised to use either full water and fire defense team or the one which I used on previous stage 3 BES. I prefer to use earth-based teams when fighting versus water one, because in certain very tiny there is a very tiny chance that I lose a lot of points if I use water team versus water attacker. Up to 40 points can be lost, and chance to do that about 4%. I do not want to risk it, and so I use earth team as defender. Let's make a raid. Okay, raid is done, no points lost at all. Stage 6. At stage 6 you may see no opponents in a table at all. In web version of game which I am using at stage 6, opponents are so weak, so any defense formation can beat them. So I'm using similar defense formation to previous stage of tournament and make the raid. Okay, stage 7. At stage 7, you may notice that there is no forecast available for matches versus Elemental Lords. This will be one of the upcoming features of application, and eventually this information will appear in one of the next releases. For now, you have to rely on your experience of how a certain defense formation performs versus Elemental Lords, and make final decision yourself there. I will not do that right now, as I need to refer to my data a bit more detailedly. For now, that's it. Feel free to install Assistant application. Join my Discord channel, where I put all important information about progress of my work. All links are available in description of this video. Thank you and good luck to all of you in tournament. Thanks.